I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. You say it's true. And it's like me. And life is human too.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring, and welcome back to the number one stop for all things theme park related and Halloween related. But Halloween is going to be out the door within this next week, and I know what you may be thinking right now by the title of the video. Scott, it's too early to make a Christmas video. And to you I say, no it's not. Because the holidays begin at the Disneyland Resort on November 8th. Do you know how close that is? That is literally 2 weeks away. That's like a week and 5 days away, actually. We are so close to the holidays at the Disneyland Resort, despite Halloween not being over quite yet, as Halloween is on Thursday. Christmas time is coming. Right now we're at the point where two holidays collide, as The Nightmare Before Christmas told us. And like I said, we're at that point. I mean, if you go to World of Disney right now, at Downtown Disney, you can see they still have the Halloween display up for the Halloween merchandise, and they have the Christmas display up. So it's when Halloweens collide. But today, I want to talk about all things related to the holiday offerings at the Disneyland Resort for 2019. Today, I bring you your complete guide to the holidays at Disneyland Resort. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down like how I think you should strategize your day when you go to visit Disneyland Resort during the holidays. Talk about everything that they have to offer this year between food offerings and themed show offerings and all that good stuff. A lot of you guys give me good feedback on these guide videos where I basically break down like what time you should get there, what you should do first, because it helps you guys out a lot. So I enjoy making them. Honestly, these are one of my favorite videos to make. So that's why today I bring you the first Christmas video, as there will be many Christmas videos talking about like Grinchmas at Universal Studios, going to Grinchmas, going to Disney at the holidays. I will actually be at Disneyland for the start of the holiday season on November 8th. So if you see me, come up and say hi. You know, I love when you guys come up and say hi to me in the different parks. It really makes me happy, and it keeps me doing what I'm doing, because it shows that people are actually watching my stuff and enjoying the stuff that I do. I also did a video a couple of days ago where we visited Disneyland and checked out all the Christmas preparation. If you want to check that out, I'll link that down in the description. But basically, there's snow in the castle already too, and there's a couple things of Disneyland Christmas time merchandise out as well. But with that being said, let's hop right in to your complete guide to the holidays at the Disneyland Resort for 2019. But before that, make sure to check us out on social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter. And click that subscribe button if you want to see more theme park related stuff, as well as Disneyland, Universal, SeaWorld, and Legoland, and much more on this channel with those bell notifications on. Lastly, visit our website, SoCalExploring.com, for more detailed theme park updates that you know and love. So first, let's talk about the seasonal ride overlays and what time you should ride this. So we'll start off at the Disneyland Resort. And of course, the two big ones, in my personal opinion, are It's a Small World Holiday and Haunted Mansion Holiday. Now, Haunted Mansion Holiday came during the Halloween season, and it runs all the way until January. I believe that the last date for the Christmas celebration and everything is January 6th of next year. So you have until then to experience all these holiday offerings, including Haunted Mansion Holiday. And if you don't know what Haunted Mansion Holiday is, it is essentially when Jack and all of his friends come and take over the legendary Disneyland Haunted Mansion, and they have a whole festive overlay. It's really funny. If you haven't been on it, you definitely need to check it out. Same with It's a Small World Holiday. Now, this one didn't come in Halloween because it's not a Halloween theme at all. It's actually themed to all things Christmas. So you'll hear your favorite Christmas songs in there, and you'll go on the merriest voyage that you've ever been on It's a Small World Holiday. Okay, so let's talk about what you should do first. Which one should you do first? My personal opinion, I think if you're going on opening day, that you should do It's a Small World Holiday first, because all the lighting packages in there and everything, so beautiful and everything. And everyone's going to go to It's a Small World Holiday first because Haunted Mansion Holiday, like I said, has already been around this season. So the majority of Disney fans have already experienced Haunted Mansion Holiday this year, and they want to go to something new this year, which is It's a Small World Holiday. Now, once you hit It's a Small World Holiday, whenever you get there, hit It's a Small World Holiday first, because that one will definitely be more busier in the first coming weeks of the holiday season than Haunted Mansion Holiday. So definitely hit It's a Small World Holiday first. But while you're on your way to It's a Small World Holiday, if you have Max Pass, make sure to book a Fast Pass for Haunted Mansion Holiday. So as soon as you get off It's a Small World Holiday, you can go directly to a Haunted Mansion Holiday and have like absolutely no wait, because guess what? You booked your Fast Pass and you can go right in while there's a line outside. I think that'd be the best recommendation from me to you for the 2 holiday overlays. Now, once you're out of Haunted Mansion Holiday, definitely try to book a Fast Pass for Small World Holiday later on. Now, I'm not saying book it right away, but I'm saying book it later on. And here's why. Because at night, they have a beautiful lighting package on the outside, and overall, just riding It's a Small World Holiday at night, it's just a completely different vibe from riding it during the day. So I highly recommend you go over and check out It's a Small World Holiday during the night, and check your times on your phone, on the Max Pass times and everything, when you can get a new Fast Pass for later on that night. I'd say get it for like 7 o'clock. That seems to be when it gets pitch black at night. It looks beautiful. I mean, if you've never been to Disneyland during the holidays, you're in for a treat, because It's a Small World Holiday, the outside and everything looks just as beautiful as the inside does. So I definitely recommend checking that ride out twice. And if you haven't checked out Haunted Mansion Holiday more than once, and check that one out twice, just really strategize what you want to do. If you want to do a Haunted Mansion Holiday first, and that's your #1 priority, then go do that. But for the average Disney guest, I highly recommend you hit up Small World first, as that one will get more packed than Haunted Mansion currently for the first couple of weeks, because like I said, most people have already experienced Haunted Mansion Holiday this season, and It's a Small World Holiday is new and exclusive for the Christmas time only and not the Halloween time. But that is my little strategy for the 2 seasonal overlays in Disneyland Resort. Now, there's only 2 seasonal overlays as far as attraction goes in the Disneyland Resort, and there's also only 2 over in DCA, which we're about to talk about right now. And for these, you don't really need to strategize at all, as they're more of just flat rides that don't tend to fill up as often. But if you get there early, then I do recommend checking these out, because no matter what, even with their normal themed rides, they still get kind of packed. This is one of those things that like you try to just like check the wait times here and there all throughout the day, so you know when to go wait for them, which is Mater's Jingle Jamboree and Luigi's Joy to the World. And these are the seasonal overlays for Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters and Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. 2 great rides, 2 great flat rides. They're more kiddish rides. Actually, they're more family rides. They're really fun, but both of these rides will have seasonal singing. They'll have both Mater and Luigi and Guido singing different songs themed to different Christmas songs. It's really fun, and overall it just puts you more in the Christmas spirit. So I definitely recommend checking out your wait times throughout the day. It's not really a thing that you need to rush to right away, because they don't tend to fill up super busy. But on weekends, like every Disney attraction, there will be a very long wait. So if you're going on a weekend, I'd highly recommend, and this is your #1 priority, that you would go to Mater's Jingle Jamboree, and then right after hit Luigi's Joy to the World. Once you walk into Cars Land, Mater's is the one you'll see first, and then you walk a little bit further down and you'll see Luigi's Joy to the World. And while you're in there, you can even get a Fast Pass for Radiator Springs Racers if you've never been on that, or you just want to ride it, as those Fast Passes will go fast, and you can wait in line for Mater's and Luigi's, and then immediately after that you can hop on some people's favorite Disney attraction, Radiator Springs Racers. Okay, let's talk about food now. Food is a big thing during the holidays at the Disneyland Resort, especially at Festival of Holidays, which is DCA's themed Christmas time. They call it Festival of Holidays. It's really no difference. They just call it Festival of Holidays. So at DCA, all throughout like the beginning of Cars Land all the way to the Paradise Gardens Boardwalk area, they have these little booths, and these booths are food booths that have like themed holiday treats, themed holiday food. They have all that. So if you think you're going to be eating all day, I definitely recommend checking out the little punch cards that you can get, where you can try like 10 different foods at these tasting booths, and you'll have a mix of like regular food and desserts. So I definitely recommend checking that out on the Disneyland website. More information will be provided on there. But if you think that you're going to be eating all day long, I highly recommend checking out this badge, as it does help with saving money. Now, they are a little bit pricey, but if you really put it into perspective and think, how much am I I going to really eat and how much am I going to spend on money, you'll be like, the badge is really worth it. And seeing how all the different booths are just lined, like I said, from Cars Land all the way to the Paradise Gardens boardwalk area, like you don't have to walk far for them or anything. You can literally get a dessert from one booth and then literally move to the left and get a different food option. Really, really neat. So I definitely highly recommend checking that out. Now, if you think you're just going to casually eat through the day, but you still want to enjoy the holiday offerings, pick up a food guide at any of the fast food locations, any of the restaurants. That's what I should call them. Any of the food and beverage restaurants, they will have these little holiday guides that usually say the seasonal offerings, and they'll list each and every single restaurant location and what you can get there as far as holiday offerings go. I know I showed it off in my Halloween time vlog for Disneyland that we just picked it up in Toontown, and you can literally see every single holiday offering. And let me tell you guys, there are tons. I remember I tried tons last year. So much fun trying all of them, and we'll be trying a lot more this year in multiple different videos, because the holiday offerings are definitely sweet and savory, and you will only be able to get them during this exclusive time of the holidays, starting November 8th until January 6th, 2020. Now, where can you meet Santa Claus? Because what would a theme park experience be during the holiday season if you could not meet Santa Claus? Well, you can actually meet Santa Claus at Disney's California Adventure, and you can only meet him at Disney's California Adventure. You can see him in the parade, but we'll talk a little bit later about that. You can meet him at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. That is where guests can go and meet Santa Claus, the most joyous person in the world. Go meet him, go snag a photo with him, and you get to take that picture home digitally if you have MaxPass for that day, which is only $15, and that is where you can meet Santa Claus. Now, I'm assuming that those lines get very long, so I highly recommend checking when he's going to be meeting. I mean, he should be meeting throughout the day, all day long. Definitely recommend checking when those times are going to be available. Go early in the morning or later when it's about to close, because if you don't get there early, if you don't get there later, you are going to be stressed. If you're a parent and your kid wants to meet Santa Claus and you're standing there in line with their kid crying, you're not going to have a fun time waiting in that 40 to hour long wait to meet Santa Claus. Instead, get there early, get there when he first shows up, and wait like 5 minutes and meet Santa Claus. Those are always the most joyous experience, as you're one of like the first guests there, and he's more interactive and everything, and it's just more of a neat experience. So I definitely recommend getting there early if that is your top priority. Okay, now we're into entertainment, which is a huge one. So over at Disneyland, they have the Christmas Fantasy Parade, which in my personal opinion is like one of my favorite parades, and they have the Believe in Christmas Magic Fireworks Spectacular, which you can view at the castle, you can view in the Fantasmic area, and you can view on Small World. Two great spectaculars. I have to do the Fantasy Parade because it's so much fun. The music's pumping, you get to see all the different themed floats to the Christmas stuff, and overall the parade's fun. I recommend, if you're going to see it on Main Street, that you get there at least an hour early, because those Main Street spots will fill up very, very fast. Now, if you want to see in a less crowded area and somewhere where you don't have to line up as early, go to the Small World location right across from Small World. That's where the first parade starts, which I believe is at 3:30. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it may be at 3:30. I don't know. I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But go across from Small World, and that is where the parade actually starts at for the first parade, because there's two different parades. They're the same exact parade, but there's two different show times. That's where the first one starts, and you can see them come out of the gates, and you're literally the first one to see them, and there's usually not that many people around at all, so I highly recommend doing that if you want to be in a less crowded area. But if you want to see it right on Main Street to make it even more spectacular, definitely line up at least an hour early. Same with the fireworks. If you're looking at it right in front of the castle, I typically line up right an hour early. Depending on if I go on a weekend or on a weekday, you may have to line up at least like 30 minutes earlier than an hour if you're going on a weekend. But if you're going on a weekday, usually an hour is a safe bet. Line up there, and honestly, nothing beats watching the fireworks, especially the Christmas themed fireworks in front of the castle. Now, with the Small World location and the Fantasmic location, so the Fantasmic location is over there in New Orleans Square. There will already be the people from Fantasmic, so there will already be a very large crowd there just sitting there watching the fireworks and seeing the projections in the water and such. So if you want a less crowded area, definitely recommend the Small World viewing location, as they typically have the projections on the facade of Small World. I'm not too sure if they do it for the holidays, but you can definitely see the fireworks as they appear right behind Small World. The only bad thing about it is if you watch it at Fantasmic and Small World is you don't get to see the different effects coming off the castle, like the fireworks flying off the castle and the different effects that they do on it and everything. That's the only downside, but if you do want a less crowded experience and a more of a peaceful experience, highly recommend checking out either of those two locations. Like I said, Fantasmic, there may be still a bigger crowd over there as that you'd get over at Small World, because typically a lot of people don't know about the Small World location, and the few that do have a very nice time and enjoy it just as much as everybody else does. They also do have small little forms of entertainment as well, like the winter enchantment of the castle. That's when the castle lights up and snow flurries through Main Street and everything. Those will be at select times on your app. You don't really need to line up for that at all, as there's not tons and tons of people around it when it happens. Same with the Small World lighting, that should say on your app, or a nearby cast member can tell you. Those you don't really need to line up for them. You kind of just like stand around there and it happens. It's really neat though. If you want some more forms of entertainment, those are really neat. They light the whole facade up for Small World Holiday and it looks all pretty and everything, and then you can walk right into Small World and enjoy it at nighttime. Like I said, same with the castle, they enchant it, and there's some narration going over the speakers and everything to make the experience more immersive, and then snow flurries down. So it's really neat for fishers and everything. Like I said, check your app for those times or ask the nearest cast member that you're by when you visit the Disneyland resort. Okay, now over to DCA, Disney's California Adventure. What entertainment is there? Well, there's two different things of entertainment. There is Disney's Viva Navidad, and there is the World of Color overlay Season of Light. I love Season of Light. One of my personal favorites. It sometimes makes me cry because of how emotionally appealing it is. It's just such a great show. And actually, with the World of Color Season of Light, you can get a fast pass, which I highly recommend if you want to check out the seasonal overlay. Honestly, with these holiday offerings, you need to visit 2 times, because I know I'm not going to be able to do everything in one day, even if I'm there the full day, because most of the nighttime entertainment is around the same time, so it'd be really very hard for me to do. But you gotta prioritize what you want, or visit more than once to the holidays at the Disneyland Resort. But you can actually get a fast pass for the World of Color Season of Light, located just directly to the right of the Little Mermaid attraction. And basically what that fast pass will do will grant you access to a reserved viewing area for you at the bottom. They'll give you a little color go to, and you'll get to go in this big viewing area where all the people who don't have a fast pass will have to stand and find their own area, and not a reserved area. Now keep in mind, there still will be people in that reserved viewing area, but not as much as there would be on the outside, and you won't have to deal with having to find a spot. You can literally just walk in and there's tons of spots available for you to stand. However, even with the fast pass though, I still recommend that you get there at least 30 to 40 minutes. That's a safe bet, so that way you still get the best viewing possible. And with the fast pass, you're going to want to make sure to get that early in the morning. Now if you have Max Pass, you can get that fast pass on your phone, and you can actually be in Disneyland and book that fast pass for World of Color Season of Light. Just go on Make Plans and then scroll all the way to the bottom of DCA, and it should say World of Color, and you just make that fast pass and it'll be on your phone just like that. Simple as that. But if you're still doing the paper ticket way, go to the side of the Little Mermaid attraction and they will have the fast passes there. Like I said, get them early in the morning though if you want to watch Season of Light, because they will go super fast. I'm telling you, these fast passes will disappear and you'll be like, wow, I don't get to experience it now. Now I have to fight for my way to find a more crappy spot instead of a reserved viewing spot. With Disney's Viva Navidad, it's a street Mexican culture dance party. You don't really need to line up early. I'd say 15 minutes early, and there's different show times throughout the day. This is located in the back corner of Pixar Pier. If you were to go past the Silly Symphony, well, it's not really a Pixar Pier, it's more of the boardwalk section. So if you were to pass Silly Symphony swings to the boardwalk pasta restaurant, that's where it's at. They have a theme location there and everything, and they'll have a rope-off section of where guests can stand and enjoy the street party. It's very fun. Donald comes out and everybody, and it's overall just a fun experience, and that is during the day actually too. So you can actually see that whenever you want. You don't really have to squeeze that into your plans, because that is going on all throughout the day at DCA in that boardwalk section towards the corner past the Little Mermaid attraction. Very fun. Recommend getting there 15 minutes early though, as it somewhat gets crowded, but it's just one of those things that you don't need a crowd like the Small World holiday lighting and the winter enchantment castle lighting. You don't need to get there super fast. or super early. You just need to get there like 15 minutes early. So definitely recommend your number one guide to like this whole holiday thing is going to be checking that Disneyland app. Highly recommend checking out the Disneyland app. And if you can't check the Disneyland app out, ask the cast member when you walk into Disneyland or DCA for a little guide that will say all the showtimes and all the information that you need for the holiday offerings. And like I said, if you want to eat or anything like that, go up to the different restaurants and ask for that little holiday food guide, as it will tell you absolutely everything. And one last small thing is, I mean, how could you forget about the decorations? The decorations, oh my goodness, there are so many of them between the giant Christmas tree on Main Street in Buena Vista and the different holiday lighting packages in Carsland. Carsland, so impressive during night. I highly recommend checking out at night. So impressive with all the lighting and everything. It's just so beautiful. I love the holidays at the Disneyland Resort because all the decorations and everything are really immerse me into the holiday season. I mean, you see decorations everywhere. Like, there's not a spot that you go that there's not decorations. I love it. It's so much fun, and you can just, like, even if you don't ride any rides or experience any of the entertainment, you can still go to Disneyland, walk around and enjoy all the decorations, especially the merchandise. You have to get yourself some merchandise because Disneyland offers plenty of merchandise. Now, what time should you get to Disneyland Resort if you're going to the holiday? It depends, because like I said, if you want to do certain things like the different seasonal overlay for the rides, I definitely recommend getting there at Rope Drop. But if you can't, either way, you can still kind of strategize your day and still get everything done if you just prioritize what you want to do and prioritize all the holiday offerings first before any of the normal daytime stuff that you can experience at like normal time during normal boring Disneyland, like boring bland Disneyland. You know, keep in mind, I love boring bland Disneyland, but when the seasonal stuff comes around, I'm like, wow, I appreciate Disneyland even more because of how beautiful it is. So definitely just prioritize and strategize with those holiday guides. That wraps it up. I hope this guide helped you guys out a lot. I know it was kind of a long one, but like I said, I hope to help you guys out. If you want to see more, click that subscribe button with those bell notifications on to see our vlog from the holidays 2019 at the Disneyland Resort. That will be coming out on November 9th because we will be going on November 8th, and then I'll upload it on November 9th the following day immediately after. So much stuff that we're going to cover in that video. This one's going to be a big one, as we did for the Halloween one. We did a big, long 30-minute video. Very fun, and the feedback was great from you guys. So if you want to see all that, click that subscribe button with those bell notifications on. Visit our social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter, and there you can find all the pictures from the holidays and Disneyland in general, and that's where we post our updates first when we hear about different park news and such. Lastly, visit our website SoCalExploring.com for more detailed theme park updates and haunted attraction news. I keep saying haunted attraction. We are out of the Halloween season. Not quite yet, but like, this is a Christmas video. So check out our website for more detailed theme park updates and Christmas attraction news. That's what we're gonna do now. I just gotta think like we're out of the Halloween season soon, so I gotta get used to that. Positivity is key. I have been Scott. You have been watching SoCal Exploring. Everybody stay smiling. Holidays are coming very soon. I have been Scott. Like I said, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I need to end this. It's late while I'm filming this. Most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace.